Hello everyone, I am Santhan Kumar from AML department. Today we will be seeing the code implementation of filters in digital image processing techniques. So let's get started. So in the first case, we have to read the test image to take the input from the user or declaring the input. So we will be using the CV2 module for our reading and performing the filtration process. So we will be importing as import CV2, and then to read the input image, you have to store it in a variable. So in my case, I am storing it as image, and then we'll be using the im read function to read the input image, and then we'll be giving the input image name. So in my case it's win10.png. In your case it might differ to jpeg or jpeg formats. And then the next step is to give the identity kernel, which is the filtering mask or the filtering matrix. To perform this, we have to import the numpy module to perform the matrix operations. So for this, we will be importing the numpy as import numpy as np. In my case, I am taking it as np. It might differ for your case. So and then we have to declare the input mask or input filter in a variable. So in my case, I am declaring the input kernel as identity filter, and we have to take the input format as array instead of the matrix. So and then the input identity kernel matrix post like. So we have successfully declared the identity filter for the image. And then performing the third step, we have to apply this given identity filter to our input image. For this, we'll be using the function as follows. So I'll be storing the filtered image in a variable named filter image, and then cv2 dot filtered 2d, which is an inbuilt function in the cv2 module. And then we'll be assigning the input image which we have to perform the filter. Then give the depth as -1, and then the identity filter, which will be applied to the all pixels of the input image. Sorry guys, that's a typo. So finally we have to display the original and filtered image for the reference. So we will be using the cv2 dot imshow function to show the output images, and I am assigning the name original image for the image I have taken. And then I am assigning filtered image name to the image which is being processed by the filter. And then we have to assign the cv2.wait key, which will wait until the user presses the exit or the close window. And then once the user presses the close window, you have to destroy all the windows which are present at that instant. So basically this is my input image, and this is the filtered image. There is no difference, right? This is what the identity kernel does. So in fact we use the Gaussian filter, Sobel filter. We'll be observing some difference in the input and output images. For ideal case, we have taken the identity kernel. So at last, to save the filtered image, we'll be using the cv2 dot imwrite to save the image as your wish. So in my case, I am taking it as filtered image dot png. So we will be assigning which we want to save. So it's basically filtered image. So successfully we have saved the image. So in this way we can apply the implementation of filters using the Python in digital image processing techniques. Here we have considered identity filter. So we have number of filters like Gaussian filter, Sobel filter, and etc. So we can change the matrix values in order to perform the filtration operations. So that's it guys. Thank you.